Welcome everyone, cat lovers especially. Charlie's tail. Welcome to the channel and to another reading. This is Divine Truth Tarot. I'm Sarah and I will be delivering your reading today. Thank you guys for being here, for your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, support of each other, of your counterpart, of myself and the readings, and this wild, crazy journey. So yesterday I did 2 readings for you guys, and I did have these crystals on each of these decks, but Charlie likes to try to eat them. We have rose quartz, clear quartz, and rose quartz. I'm not sure if this is rose quartz. If anyone can tell me what this is, I would be betrothed. That's not the right word. I would be very happy if you can tell me what this is. I don't think it's actually rose quartz, but I'm calling it that because it looks like that. Of course, my amethyst and my winged selenite, right, to clear the energy. So yesterday we did a few readings, and today we're going to continue. Now, I wanted to let you know quickly, anybody who's looking for a personal reading, I'm now booking into October. So I'm booking into the second week of October. So if you'd like a reading, let me know. Reach out to me in the emails in the comments, in the description box below, rather. Okay, I feel a sneeze. Clearing the air. Oh, just scared my cat. Sorry, Charlie. Okay, today we have the Psychic Tarot, the Magical Dimensions Tarot, and the Everyday Witch Tarot. Let's go ahead and start with the Everyday Witch. So what I'd like to do today is a conversation between the counterparts. How do you guys feel about that? And since I can't hear you, I'm going to just believe that you're all screaming for joy. So we're going to do a conversation between the counterparts. I really like this idea. And I have on order a new tarot cloth as well as 2 tarot card holders, thanks to the donation of a wonderful gal to the channel. You know who you are. You're amazing. And I used every last penny of that donation for the channel. So I'm very excited to receive those. All are handmade items from Etsy. I like to support artists, so they will arrive when they arrive. So, and that'll be great for doing readings like this because it's 3 cards each. Each holder holds 3 cards, so it'll be perfect. But we don't have that yet, so we're going to make do. And let's go ahead and check in with the energies of the Divine Masculine. What would the Divine Masculine like to say to the Feminine? Ooh, Divine Masculine. All right, all right, all right. We've got, channeling some Matthew McConaughey. We've got, I can do that better. All right, all right, all right. Nah, that's not great. Maybe it's not a good night for impressions. Good day for impressions. Anyway, you guys remember, I'm going to age myself. You guys remember the show In Living Color? While I used to be able to channel a lot of Jim Carrey, I could do Fire Marshal Bill, and as well as Beavis and Butthead from the 90s. So, yeah, let me see if I can do Fire Marshal Bill. It's not the same because I'm not showing you guys my face, but anyway, you have to do this kind of lip thing. You can probably hear it. Let me tell you something. Divine Masculine says, let me tell you something, Divine Feminine. He's got the Ace of Pentacles. I'm loving the Pentacles. The Pentacles are my favorite suite in the deck. Used to be the Cups. No, the Pentacles are where it's at. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Cappy energy. What we have here, guys, is the masculine saying to the feminine, I want to bring this into the physical, and I want a new beginning with you in the physical, in the 3D. There's an air of confidence. There's also an air of luck on her, you can see on the witch's side. She's basically reaching up for the pentacles saying, you're mine, I'll take that. The sun is shining. The kitty is having he just had a nice maybe drink of milk. And we see the infinity symbol on the kitty's bowl indicating a union, an infinite union. Everything is happy about this card. There is nothing negative that I can say about this card. New beginnings in the physical. The masculines want to convey that they want this, they desire this, they're pushing for this, they're pressing for this, they're working for this. And they want you to know, the message of the past few days has been, don't give up on me. And check out my Gosh, my throat chakra always is crazy when I'm channeling the masculines. Check out my community tab on the channel where you'll find postings all about this, the masculines. I posted a song yesterday talking about how the masculines are in this energy of being very thankful that the feminine has never given up on them, excuse me. Constantly clearing my throat and burping. So there's absolutely fear energy being channeled and being worked through. So yes, masculines, this looks good. Masculines are setting out on a journey, and we see even the cat is satiated. So there's an energy of satiation here, of getting what you want and being able to pull it down as if by magic into your physical world. So really wonderful energy. All right. What else do we have? Woo! Interesting. More Pentacles energy, but this is the Five of Pentacles. This is my you left me out in the cold card, feminine. And we saw this yesterday in the reading, so the trend continues, and I just saw 555. So if anyone wants to put in the comments what that means, I'm not a numerologist. I don't have the numbers memorized. I just know that they're significant when they happen, when you see them repetitively like that. So interesting. We've got, this cat actually looks like a jaguar. It looks like a big house cat. So we're going to call it a jaguar. And we've got what looks to be a mother and a child. And it's like they're searching for warmth. And yesterday we saw in the feminine's energy, it was the isolation card. Well, it was actually in the masculine's energy, but it was him saying, divine feminine, I feel like you've left me out in the cold. And that's really the energy that's coming up here is the masculines are feeling like they have to go this leg of the journey alone. They're not feeling the warmth of the feminine. The feminine is really busy in the astral realms. Feminines, you're busy in the 4D, dream state, and in the 5D, in the astral realms. You are a forefront. You're at the forefront of the battle, okay? You're a warrior on the lines of battle for dark versus light, and this will only continue to be more important, ever increasingly important, through the end of the year. So understand, divine feminine, that this new beginning is on your masculine's mind. He's absolutely thinking about this. If it's the Pentacles energy, he's not just thinking about it. It's not Swords energy. He's making it happen. This is about bringing it down as if by magic, like I said, into the physical. But currently there is this air of energy like he feels, have you forgotten about me? And yet there's a part of him that knows that you haven't. So it's almost like different parts of him are saying different things at this time. There could also be more than one group of masculines that I'm channeling. So one group could be very confident. The other group could be sort of in this energy of fear and insecurity about where this connection lies. Okay, what grounds the connection is currently on. What else is the divine masculine? Actually, let's go to the divine feminine. Divine feminine, what do you say? Good. Okay. Divine feminine, 3 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy. So what we see here is sometimes the 3 of Wands can talk about waiting for your ships to come in, but Wands are usually about action. They're fast moving cards. It's action, it's passion, it's fire, it's energy. So what I'm actually seeing here in this card is everybody's ready for action, right? We've got the lizard, we've got the kitty, we've got the witch, and she is creating her reality. She is drawing it and manifesting it into her reality. Whatever she wants, it's as if she's drawing it up from the water into her reality, much like the masculines are drawing the energy down from the sky. So it's interesting that you see here the feminines playing with the water dragons, if you will, and the masculines are befriending the earth dragons or the air dragons. So interesting energy that they're sort of working in different elements, but it's all going to come together in the end. So there's always, whenever the 3 of Wands appears, you will always see an element of water, even though the Wands is fire energy. And I often, when I think of the fire signs of the water signs, we think of Scorpio. Scorpio stings with its tail. If you're not careful, Scorpio will sting you. Scorpio will even sting itself. Okay, that's sort of the curse of the scorpion, is you will sting yourself if you're not careful and if there's inner conflict. So very interesting here that we have very fiery but watery energy being brought into the energy of the divine feminine. So I feel like the divine feminine is saying to the masculine, I am manifesting my dreams. I'm making my dreams come true, and I'm working on my goals, and I know that I'm powerful. I no longer lack security. I no longer lack self-esteem. I know who I am. And, you know, she's doing this by herself. She's doing this and with her own energy and her own power, and she's not reliant on anyone anymore. There's a very independent streak with this divine feminine that the divine masculine, again, can feel a little intimidated by, or a lot intimidated by, honestly. If he's being honest, there's some intimidation there. Let's just forget it. Let's just put these here. Okay, so we've got divine masculine, divine feminine. We have the Wheel of Fortune. This is the 10th card of the Major Arcana. So we're about halfway through the Fool's Journey towards completion, towards the end of a cycle. So think of the Fool's Journey as one big cycle. And, you know, as you can see, anything is possible. This is endless possibilities being presented to the divine feminine. This goes hand in hand with this Three of Wands energy. She's not waiting for her ships to come in. She's bringing her ships to her. So divine feminine, really, really in your power. I've seen this increasingly more and more, and this is necessary for the growth of the connection. It's necessary for the connection to come into fruition in the physical. So I feel like both counterparts are really balancing out this connection. The masculine is balancing it out by working in the 3D realms, and the feminine's balancing it out by working in the spiritual realms. What else does the masculine want to say back? What would he like to say back to the feminine? Wow, masculines. So not only do we have the Ace of Pentacles, but we have the Ace of Cups. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We were just talking about Scorpio. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. When we have this, it indicates emotional new beginnings, beginnings of the heart, affairs of the heart. This is a woman whose cup is overflowing. She's, you know, if you see, the cup is overflowing so much that the kitty's able to drink water from the cup. So the kitty's getting a drink of water. There's a cauldron over here with, let's say, food or magic brewing, or, you know, some sort of potions. And you can see the potency there. And she even has an air of magic above her head, right? So she's got this witchy magic going on. The doves indicating peace. The doves showed up yesterday for the divine feminine, asking her to come in peace. So you feel like the feminine saying to the masculine here, or sorry, the masculine saying to the feminine here, not only am I creating and conjuring up and working towards this union and this reunion, this uniting in the physical, but my heart wants this too. So it's not just like, you know, we talked about this a little bit, but the masculines, guys, are moving on from this energy of sort of like the loins, if you will. They're moving on from this energy of just being in it for, I shouldn't say just for, okay, let me rephrase this. They're moving on from the very lustful energy, and they're moving into this energy that is much more heart-centered. Out of the logic, they're still going to be logical because they're masculines, but they're going to be more balanced between head and heart. But definitely out of that energy, that lustful energy, in and out energy, hot and cold, very fiery, passionate, and then you don't hear from them for a few days or a few weeks. That sort of non-committal energy is coming to an end. And when you see the Ace of Cups, you see someone who wants a commitment, who wants a new beginning and a fresh start, and who's ready to go the distance. Seven of Cups, masculine. Interesting. So 2 Pentacles energy, and now we have 2 Cups. 7 of Cups is all about options. So the divine masculines are weighing their options for the future. Now, this may be a little triggering for the feminine to hear this, because you think, well, what is there to weigh? I am the choice. Yes, I agree. However, the masculines get caught up in the 3D. They get caught up in choices. They get caught up in the ego and the illusions or disillusions of the ego, the enchantment, if you will, of the 3D. So I see this as the masculines having trouble pulling that final cord that's going to separate them permanently from their former selves. They've come a long way, okay? Their heart is with you. They've come a long way, feminines, but there is this element of the masculine saying, oh, I'm still not 100% sure. So those of you who aren't hearing from your masculines, this could be because they need to iron this out in their heart to make sure that they're following their heart. You know, this is a person who used to follow their head and thought this is the right decision. And all that did was they conjured up and created a life for themselves that was based on the head and not the heart, what they thought they should do, what they thought was right. And it turned out to be all wrong for them in the long run. And so I feel like this is actually a good sign, because the masculines are definitely deep in thought and deep in their emotions about what to do next. And also could be how to approach the feminine. You know, I want this beginning. How do I approach it? That's okay. Spirit says, yes, that's more likely. So there could be a group of masculines who are still needing to get right with their decision, but there's a bigger group of masculines. Thank you, Spirit. And what's happening is they are figuring out how to come forward. It's like, I know I have this in my heart. I know how I feel. I know who you are to me. Now I just need to figure out how to implement this. Now I just need to figure out how to, you know, they're learning to live from the heart space. They're learning to make decisions from the heart space. And they're learning to really dissolve the fear that used to be present. Okay, so Divine Feminine, what do you say back to your masculine? What do you say back to your masculine? He's in his heart. What do you say back? Feminine's quiet. Feminines, you know, it's funny. I feel like perhaps the feminines, you know that you want this, and at the same time, it's scary when it actually comes to fruition, when it actually becomes a reality. So you want to check yourself, Divine Feminine. Am I really open to this? Interesting. Well, let's talk about these two very different cards. Let's talk about the Two of Cups, spiritual union, the union of hearts, the union of souls, the merging. This is my merging card. And we see even the kitties, you know, there's a sharing of energy. It's a shared energy. It's, again, the sun is shining, opening your heart, radiating love, radiating peace, radiating joy. There's just a very relaxed element about this card. They're by the water because, of course, it's the cups. So, again, water energy. And water brings an element of peace. It brings an element of like just releasing your fears and worries. And this is a couple that's assured of success, and they're assured of their feelings about one another. So this is about really opening up and having those honest conversations that lead to those new beginnings, okay? So really beautiful that the masculines are in the Ace of Cups energy and the feminine's right there next to him or her in the Two of Cups energy. So union is definitely being highlighted here. There's no way to get around that. The feminines also have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords energy. Now this is air energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Now this is typically the energy of, usually it's the energy of, you know, the masculines got this yesterday in their energy. You're on a journey. And for the feminines, it's a journey of self-discovery. And you're on this journey. And interestingly enough, she has friends with her. So there are people helping you out. You have people that wish to help you, that want to see you succeed. But clearly the feminine is closing out cycles, and there's an aspect of her life that she's definitely turning away from so that she can start this new journey. It looks as though they're doing this in the nighttime. So there could be things that are happening at nighttime for you or in dream state, which are helping you to close out these cycles, feminine. And just know that you have watchers, you have guides, you have ancestors that are looking over this journey. Because it's funny, you don't see their faces, so I feel like this could be guides and ancestors rather than actual people. Okay. So let's go over now to the Psychic Tarot. I just saw the Emperor card. Just thought I'd let you know. All right, back to the masculines. Masculines. These cards are stiff, and I've had them for a long time, or a while. All right, masculines, what do you say? Masculines, what do you say to your feminine? The masculines are finding balance within. The masculines are being guided by a force greater than themselves, and they're learning to surrender. This is also about the balancing of the 4 elements and the balancing of the masculine and feminine energies within themselves. So masculines in the past did not come from a state of balance. They were very imbalanced, and it was typically the energies of working too hard, doing too much, self-sacrificing, and not putting themselves first, sort of people-pleasing, codependency patterns. And again, the feminines have worked through this too. It's just that we worked through it in the past. The masculines are working through it now. So don't get on your high horse, feminine, because you worked through this as well. So the energies of just the masculines are letting the feminine know that I am balancing out my life and my energies, and I'm finding also my purpose. And what is my purpose? What does all of this mean? So masculines are definitely